Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This week I'm just gonna do a full body stretching routine. I'm gonna just start in a forward fold and sort of start feeling into the body and the breath, allowing myself to find where I'm the most sore. Slowly walking out to a forward fold now, continuing to work out any little kinks, really get the blood flowing. I like to start with a little bit of just warming up, flowing back and forth from plank into a three-legged downward dog and sort of oscillating between those. Again, getting the blood flowing, warming up the muscles. If you already worked out and you're stretching afterward, feel free to skip this part. If you're just having a rest day, I would advise always doing a little bit of a warm up and getting the body moving before doing any deep stretches. Now, setting those knees down, slowly find your way into a seated position, whichever is most comfortable for you. You can cross your legs, can sit on a block, close the eyes, feel that blood flow, and start to roll out the neck here. You can drop the head forward and roll from one side to the next. Next, just bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. And then you can prop that left hand out for a deeper stretch in the neck. Switching sides. And next we're going to get to the shoulders and we're going to do some circles here. Try not to let your back arch at all in this position. Just focus on rotating that shoulder. And switching directions. And other arm. Switching directions. And next we're going to stand up and we're going to find a wide-legged stance, bending at the waist, trying not to lean forward at all. Keeping the hips aligned over the ankles. Just reach as far down as you can and start to bend from one side to the next. You should really feel this in your hips, in your hamstrings, really all throughout the legs. It feels really, really good. Next, we're gonna find this sort of frog pose. You can do prayer hands and push the elbows on the knees. And then I want you to bend the legs straight and then down, alternating in between both of these, making sure that when you're bending, you're not bending your back as much as you are just rotating from the hips. So focus on keeping your torso straight and allowing your legs to do the work. You can think of it as pushing the floor away from you. And now we're gonna do a deeper alteration of what we just did previously, where we're sort of bending one leg while we stretch the other one straight. Kind of looks like a creepy spider. This one is very good for the inner thigh. Feel it a lot more there. And if you're not really good with your splits, this is good because then you can really get those spots without having to be super flexible. Next, we're gonna find that wide-legged forward fold. Place one arm down and twist the body, reaching the other arm up straight to the sky. Bringing it down and switching, twisting the other way. And come down from that. Rotate the right foot forward, the left foot will follow, and you're gonna come into this triangle pose. Walking that back leg out into a low lunge. And now we're going to alternate between these two. Bending forward. And then straightening that leg to get a deeper hamstring stretch. And coming through the middle, switching sides, bringing the left foot forward, the right toes will follow into your triangle, and bend forward and straighten that leg. And just sort of alternate at your own pace. There really are no rules here, just feeling what your body needs, what feels good to you. We're not training any flexibility here, we're just stretching. So if it doesn't feel good, then find a modification that works for you and your body. Stepping that front leg back now, coming to a plank. We're gonna do some fun body rolls between downward dog and plank. So first you're gonna reach your hips back and curl the spine forward. You'll notice that this is also a pretty good little workout for your shoulders. Now coming into up dog. We're going to reverse this, reaching the hips back and dipping forward into an up dog, alternating between those. If it feels a little weird at first, just play with it, have fun, take some time for this to feel natural, especially if you're not used to yoga. Ending in downward dog, you're gonna reach a leg up again and go back and forth between three-legged dog and bringing that knee to your elbow in a plank. Same thing that we did in the beginning, doing it again in the middle. Come to your low lunge now. With the right foot forward, this next stretch I really love. You're gonna place your left hand next to your right foot. Rotate your left foot so you're on the outer edge of it and come into this twist. You can look at me if this is confusing. And then coming out of that, back through your down dog, we're gonna switch legs, reaching the left foot up. Same thing, three-legged dog, knee to elbow. Doing the same thing on this side, you're gonna come into the lunge, rotate that right back foot onto the outer edge, reaching the left arm up and twisting. This feels so good on the hips, you guys. Coming out of that now, we're gonna find our way to a tabletop, doing some cat-cows and stretching out the back finally. And from there, we're gonna go into our disco kitties. If you watched my other yoga video, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, basically you're going to rotate the hips in a circle and follow with the head and switching directions. Again, this one's gonna feel kind of weird, but feels wonderful because it gets every little crack and crevice of your back. Once you've got both sides on that, you can find yourself in a seated position. And we're gonna work our way into a little pike and reach for the toes. If you can't reach them, that's fine. Feel free to bend your knees in order to keep your back straight. You'll still feel a stretch in your hamstrings, and it'll allow you to go a little bit deeper without feeling so much tension on your back muscles. Bringing one leg out, we're gonna find like a 90-degree angle. Try to bend at the waist and reach for your toes with your hands. And stretching that right leg, bring both hands to the right foot. Switching sides, bringing both hands to the left foot. If you can do this next one, feel free to join. If you can't, just keep stretching each leg. You can bend that right knee back and try to fold forward onto the left leg. This might actually be easier for some people than having both legs straight. Now we're going to switch legs, bringing the left foot back with a bent knee and leaning over the right leg. work your way out of that and find a butterfly pose, bringing the feet together and the knees out. This one is just comfy, kind of a good way to curl the body in after stretching it out. If this doesn't work for you, feel free to find yourself in a child's pose and rest there. Finally, we're going to sit down, putting the hands behind you for support, and you're going to bend that right knee, putting your right ankle onto your left knee, and you should feel this in your right hip. Switching sides, bring the left ankle to the right knee. Again, try to not curl your back in this. That's why you have your hands behind you. And that's also to push deeper into the stretch. And coming to a seated position, crossing your legs, you can reach your arms up and breathe out, reach them down. We're just going to sway back and forth, bringing one elbow to the ground at a 90-degree angle while reaching the other hand overhead, and then coming onto the other side. Lots of flowing movements. And come straight, breathing in overhead once more. And bringing your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I really appreciate the support. Please do not forget to subscribe, like this video, comment your thoughts, opinions, kind criticism if you have it. And I really hope you like this stretch. I hope you feel good, and I hope your body feels refreshed. Love you all. See you next week.